I'm Tammy with Fuzzy Vaughn's Farm and Sinfully Soft Yarns. We are doing these lives twice a week. This is my fourth week. I can't believe it already. Fourth week. Is that right? Holy cannoli. But so far, so good. We've been having fun. I've been doing all kinds of shearings and sorting some wool and catching up on baby bunny evaluations. I even have, I think it's time to do the final eval on these last batch of kids. I was looking at them last time. It was just 2 weeks ago. And they didn't have hardly any furnishings. I was like, please, please, please have those giant furnishings. And they didn't. They were too little. But I'm looking at them now and they're looking so cute. So maybe we'll do that Wednesday. I have a slew of them. My husband and I have to go through them and get them tattooed and stuff. Holy cannoli. So today I am going to share Be My Baby. Gosh, she was one of my favorites. Of course, I have a lot of favorites. Her great-granddaddy, was a Rex. And I thought it might muck up the wool texture, but it hasn't. Oh my gosh, the bodies are crazy good and deep, rich coloring. So I'm pretty happy with my F3s. I wasn't going to share her for a few more weeks or maybe a couple months if she could go to West Coast Classic. But just before the last show, she decided to take a whole chunk out of. I posted a video this weekend. It was just too funny. I had to share it. Months prepping these little lovelies and primping them and getting them ready for the show, and they still have a mind of their own. And this little girl, she's one that won't pose for me either. I try to put my hand on her head and try to get her to pose, and she refuses to have my hand on her head. She's Miss Proud Girl or something. I don't know what's going on. But that's all right. If that's her only bad quality, I'm going to take it. We can get through this. So I'm going to bring her up on my table and we're going to get her naked. And she's old enough now. She might actually make a date night. Yeah. I actually have a few chocolated goodie bucks that I would like to introduce her to, because she's got the recessive coloring in her background too. So, oh, hi, sweetheart. She's down here banging on the cage. Are you going to come out here and help me? Don't embarrass me now. We're live and there's people here. They're watching. I'm going to move my little camera up here. I thought I was being proactive on putting my tubs there, and they're in my way. Now, what is it with you guys and my iPad? Some boys I shared last week. Giggles and that other fawn beauty was always over there too. Can't take my glasses off. I turned my heater on this morning thinking I was going to be cold. Now look at this beautiful fiber. Oh my gosh. She's just gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I just love this. Hi. So in typical fashion, what I'm going to do is do the hard part first. So if she needs a break or I need a break, I can do it, and at least she'll get the hard part done. And then if we do take a break, I can harvest the top and sides. I'm human, you guys, and I know if I harvest the top and sides first, this is the bunny gold right here. This is what we're after. If something comes up, she gets impatient with me or I have to go do something, I'll put her back in her little cage, and I will have good intentions on coming back, but I may not get to it as soon as I need to. And she's still going to have all that stuff underneath. So that's just the way I do things. We do the hard part first. I'm going to get my notepad out of here. I'm going to have my, ow, she's already impatient with me. Baby, it's going to be okay. It won't hurt. It'll be weird. This is her first haircut. She's had dozens and dozens of grooming sessions, so that's not new to her. That's not new to her. Oh, gosh. Some women have a lap, and I don't have a lap, which is pretty easy. You can put their little head snugly between your knees, and then you have a free rein and you have both hands to get at it. Well, I'm a wealthy, girthed lady here, and I never had much luck doing that myself. So I just do this under the armpit thing. I'm going to raise my camera just a little bit more because I can. Maybe you can get a better view. Hi. Hi. You see that? I try to put my, she's like, nope, nope. So what she did last week, this whole section right here, she trimmed that all herself. You did? Yes. I was a little disappointed, but rabbits are going to do what they're going to do, aren't you? So I set my buckets up. I always have prime on my right. On video, it probably looks on my left. And then seconds and thirds. If I have any prime that's dirty or matted, I'll put that in my seconds pile. And I have almost a whole tub full of that stuff. It's seconds and longer prime, dirty prime. That's going to be in my dye bucket. We're going to have a dye party pretty soon. Yeah, that's all thirds. And if I was to measure this and take my time, some of the stuff I'm getting off the legs could be harvested as seconds. But knowing this little girl like I know her, see, I let loose of her just for half a second and she's gone. She's just... My main goal is to get her sheared. We're not going to be that careful on my sorting today. So, oh, look at this stuff. That is lovely prime, but it's dirty. And I'm just going to take a scissors to this stuff. I could take a shears, but I feel like I have more control back here. So this is going to go in my seconds pile, even though it's beautiful prime. And our first haircut is going to be kind of rigidy. Kind of rigidy. Yep. If I was to take a shears to her, we can get her nice and smooth and have a nice even coat for her next coat. But knowing that she's going to be breeding, that really doesn't matter. Hi, was that your stomach gurgling or mine? I had a little bit of breakfast already. I think you did too. Her tail is down here somewhere. There's her tail. And what I might do is just snip some of this off. That's all thirds. just to get it out of my way. Oh, sweetheart, it's okay. She's already working herself in. So I got my arm, not pressuring her too hard, but I just have a hold of her. And I'm trying to keep my face out of reach of her legs. And here's her tail. I'm going to put my fingers, her tail is underneath my fingers. So as I snip, I'm going to snip above my fingers and therefore right above her tail. And that could be seconds, but we're just going to do a rush job on you today. Yes, we are. I'll take more time getting my prime off the top, of course. Are you going to let me get the rest of this? She's like, this feels weird. Yeah, always be aware of these feet because they get tickled, they get feeling what it's just self-defense and they are kick, and this is probably the most dangerous weapon these guys have is their back feet. Besides their teeth. And this girl has never chewed on me, so she's nibbled on me when she gets impatient, which is often. That goes in my seconds because it's slightly, just ever so slightly. Okay. We'll have a change of position now. You are probably not the perfect rabbit for a live. If I go live, I want a sweet thing that's going to lay there and just smile at me and just do everything right. You're not that girl, are you? I know. I didn't get you. You're just being obstinate, aren't you? Yes, I know. And because she's so young and this is her first haircut, the last thing I want to do is make this a miserable experience. Yeah, uncomfortable and weird is okay. You're not making this easy, love. Okay. I'm going to put my arm on her rump. And I'm just going to hold her still for a minute. Maybe. Maybe. I know. Sweetheart. That's a good girl. God, you are not the perfect specimen for a live. This is what you don't want to do without coffee. I'm going to take my scissors kind of pointing away because she is kind of flighty. And we're just going to take some of these sideburns off. She don't need that. You don't need that. I know. That wasn't the scissors. It was my hands. I was petting you. I'm going to miss your eyeball. Yes. So we'll do a few snips here, and then I'm going to turn her upside down again. Is that all right? She's like, no, this is weird. Yes. Usually I would put some tunes on or listen to a book on tape or one of my podcasts, but because we're live, if I did that, I might get dinged. So many rules. So many rules. We're just going to, oh, those are seconds. I'm getting into seconds too down here. Some of this is pretty short. Does that feel weird? God, you have to do this. We have to do it. You started it. You started it. You gave yourself a haircut. We could have postponed this for another month or two. So we're this behind the ears is always a pain in the hiney. Yeah, because what do you need for felt? We need moisture. I'm not getting your ears. I'm getting this wool here. Don't. Yep. We need moisture. We need friction and temperature change. And on the rabbits, we have 2 out of 3. We have moisture because of their body. And of course, weather influences that too. Oh, I know. That smells like you. We're going to switcheroo. We're going to get this side. Can we do that? I'm going to put my arm on her shoulder there. Try to get this leg. And on the feet, you've probably seen me, but I only get the balls of the feet, not ever the heel. Oh, did that tickle? It's okay, sweetheart. Another trick I learned is their kneecap right here. If you press just above the kneecap, then she straightens her leg. If I was just to pull on her leg like this, and she pulls back to her body really hard, I could slip it out of joint. I've never done that. I don't know if it's ever happened, but their little leg muscles are so powerful. And it's so easy. Just press on that knee and she straightens her leg. Yeah. I'm going to get some of this stuff back here. I know. And it's about time to get out the shears. Okay, sweetheart. Just a little bit more. Is that okay? I should have grabbed another bunny for backup. I looked at them, but they all needed blown out, and I was running out of time today. That's going to be seconds. Don't do as I do. Work on their wool and then rub your nose. Some of this is starting to release, so I'm just going to gently pull on it. If she doesn't like that, she's going to tell me, and she just did. So some of this is pretty short from where I've done some cleaning up before. That's just going to go in our thirds. Yep. Most of this other stuff, or this is her baby coat. I really don't want it in my Sinfully Soft Prime, but I'm dumping stuff over here. But it's beautiful. I'm just going to brush it out a little bit. And when she's like, would you stop primping on me? I can hear her breathing hard down here. I know, sweetheart. You definitely don't want to be in a hurry with little girls like this. No. She's working herself into a tither. She's never had a haircut before. And so another thing I might do, because she's such a wily little girl, is shear her and then sort. I don't like doing that all the time, but I can focus on doing what I need for her. And I think that might be the wisest thing to do. So we're just going to put everything in this bucket and sort later. Is that all right, sweetheart? We're going to start with the belly. I'm not going to worry about second cuts. This stuff is all thirds. It's nice and clean. So it'll go for either bedding material or stuffing or felting projects. There's so many things I can use this for. So I don't throw it away. The only things that I do throw away is the real dirty. If there's poopy bottoms or something, I just don't want to mess with it. You can clean those, obviously, but I get to where I have so much. And depending on your shears, sometimes we have to be careful of the little nipple area. That's prime. It's okay, sweetheart. There's a lot of second cuts in that. I know. She doesn't have a lot of heavy growth down here, but we're just going to get that cleaned up. And the nice thing about shearing her just before I breed her is not only does it help with date night, but 30 days later, when she's pulling her hair out to make her own little nest, it'll grown back about 1 inch, which is perfect length for a nest box. Yeah. We're going to get this down here just a little bit. Can we? Yeah. I don't want to get too close to her little hoochie area, but I can tell that she's loosening up a little bit. She's, this isn't so bad. It's not my favorite. I'm going to have to sort this later. But she's going to be she's dealing with it okay. Yeah. She's still breathing hard. Can we get behind your tail? Oh, we're getting into the good stuff now. We're still going to sort that later. I'll get all those second cuts out. Yes, because you're my main attention. You're going to get it. If you guys have any questions, I have my iPad over here, and I can answer any questions you might have while we're going to go through this. Yes. I'm getting a lot of second cuts, but that's all right. If I was in my bunny barn, I'm in my she shed today, I would grab a hold of the bottom here, and all these second cuts are on top, and then I'd blow, and all the second cuts kind of fly away. And then I kind of say a Gaelic prayer. I watched Outlander. Have you guys watched that series or read the book? I listened to the book on tape numerous times, and I said I wasn't going to sort, and I did, didn't I? She's like, Mom, it's all about me. I said, okay, back to the baby. So anyway, Outlander, of course, a lot of it is in Scotland and back in the 1800s. And they have throughout, oh, Jamie, he does a lot of his Gaelic prayers. And so it's like, I come up with my own when I send the seconds, little tiny pieces out in the air. It's like, to the birds. You can tell when it's nesting season out here, out by my barn. I know, we're making progress. Isn't this cool? She's like, no, it's not cool. Now, are you ready for me to do your chin? I'm going to get my arm over her back legs, and I'm holding her head. I'm not pulling too tightly now, just nice and firm, not so that it hurts her. And I'm going to start, since I'm not saving any of this really, I'm just going to go nice and slow. And get this out of your way. Is that all right? Yeah. And whatever boy I hook you up to, they're going to have plenty of furnishings. She's got nice ear furnishings, but she does not have very much on her front feet, which is not good. But that's all right. We'll get it. When I've done my outcrossing before with French, it comes back pretty quickly. Because French have clean feet. No, I'll have to look at her background. She might have some of that. Are you done with that? Are you? Well, we're making headway. We got the hard part done. So even if I was to quit, what I would do is take her out to the blower and make sure all the stray hair is gone. Because the first thing she's going to do, regardless of how far I get, she's going to clean herself like crazy. Yeah, you are. Oh, look at that. She's relaxing. She's laying down. Oh, good girl. Yeah, so ideally, I don't want to do it in here, but if I was outside in my bunny barn, I would take this and hold it at the bottom and blow. I am going to make a mess in here regardless, aren't I? And I told myself I wasn't going to sort. You're such a good girl. I can see her ears kind of twitching. I know what she's doing. I know she's at attention. I think she's waiting for me to loosen my grip. I'm going to try my scissors. Sometimes this is faster. Yeah, this is not Sinfully soft wool. And I'll show you why. Even though it's lovely, if you can see the darker color right here. I don't know if I can zoom in real quick. Oh, look at that. I did it. But this right here is a brand new coat. So in my Sinfully soft yarn, if I was to keep trimming and I put all this wool, I would have two lengths. And that's what causes pills and flyaways. And we don't want that in our yarn. In our commercially spun yarn, I should say. Hand spun, that's prime. There's no seconds in that. Oh my goodness gracious. Hand spun, we have a lot more control. I know, sweetheart. She caught me on, and you're making a mess over here. baby. You know how YouTube, it catches wind. If you even click on a topic or something and it shows you more of that. What's that movie that has baby, that dance, and Patrick Swayze? God, it's on the tip of my tongue. But now I'm getting a gazillion of those little movie shorts of baby. Do I breed immediately after shearing? Yes. I don't want to wait too long. I need to consult with the husband and our calendar and make sure I'm going to be around. And I try to do 2 or 3 at the same time. So if there's an issue with one mom, the other moms can kind of pick up the slack if I need to do some fostering or something. That's helped out tremendously over the years. Oh, look how good you're being. So I might wait a day or 2. I'll let her get over cleaning herself and quite frankly, the best time to get the girls receptive and the boys, it takes 2, right, is after they go to a show. I don't know if it's all the smells, all the action, or the vibration of the truck and transporting. But they're like, yeah, I didn't think that was going to be fun, but I'm in the mood for a date now. So within at least a week of shearing, and if your wool growth isn't right on, what I usually do almost always is make sure at least their belly is trimmed to the skin and their dewlap and their legs, that whole bottom side. And the top and the sides, I can harvest anytime. Of course, after they give birth, there's a couple of things you need to be careful of. If they do pull some of the longer wool. Hi, sweetheart. Are you ready for a change? Look at the stuff that you did. You girly. Sometimes they let me put them on their side. Are you going to be that way? We'll see. She's like, I don't know. I don't know if I like this. Oh, see? I know, sweetheart. We're going to try to get a good hold on you so you're comfortable. Oh, God. Was that your nose? Yep. She's like, I'm not going to relax. You can't make me. You can't make me. I know, sweetheart. We're going to get the shorter stuff out of the way. Maybe? Maybe not. Good Lord. Yeah. Yep. See, it's 10:35. It's taken us an hour. At least we got the hard part done. So oh yeah. God. See, put my kind of hands behind her front legs and encourage her to lay down. Yeah. Giving her some pets. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Oh, I had to do that right by the eyeball, didn't I? I did that. Her short hair on her face is even molting. But I need to just keep my hands away so I don't trigger her anymore. We're going to try to get some more of this short stuff. That's not very good. Anyway. Good Lord, Chickadee. Good Lord. Oh, look at her. She's raising her little butt. She's getting in the mood. She's getting in the mood. Should we light some candles? And I have a couple of boyfriends that I'm looking at that would be a good match for you. Yes, they would. I have a young chocolate agouti buck. I trimmed his underside some time ago and kept his side or his top and sides. And he is just gorgeous. I got him from Hope up north. She's a new giant Angora breeder. And his body, what was that? Did I tickle you? I was just trying to get some of this stuff. I wasn't even looking at you. She's like, yes, you were. You were looking at me. I'll tell you what, this little brush that I got at, I don't know where I got it. It has little ball plastic on the ends. I use it on the rabbits, obviously, but on the face and the back of the ears, the genital area, some places that I want to be kind of sensitive. It's a little more gentle, but you know, it's just right for picking up this crap that's on my table and on me. It's not as good as a lint brush, but it's almost as good. I don't know why I'm cleaning now because we're not done. I would like you to be done. I would like you to be done. You're a pill. You're a pill. See, there's just, if you're willing, there's just this stuff over here on this shoulder I could get, and the rest would just take boom, 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 boom. It'd be so fast. Okay, nope. Nope. So what I'm going to do is, I know she's pissed. She's pissed off. She's not growling or anything, but you can kind of tell. She's holding her head up even more than normal. I know. I get it. I can't talk bunny dog, but I can sense that you're pissed off right now. Yes. So I'm going to take just a minute and just reassure you, no chewing on me. I don't want any, they do that. They chew on your clothes just a little bit. And months later, you look at your shirt and it's like, how did all those little holes get in there? Well, that was from helpers like this. So what I'm going to do is put you back for just a few minutes, and we're going to sort some of this mess that we made. I'm not even going to try to clean you up right now. Is that okay? She's like, okay. You have some water. You can just chill down there for a minute. It's 10:40, so we have a few minutes yet. I try to make these no more than an hour. I think it was last week we went over. That fawn boy, he was cooperating, and I just had a little bit more. It's kind of like when you're knitting, right? It's like, I just have a little bit more. This stuff I have in my prime bucket, but we're just going to take another look at it. Oh, it dies. Okay, that's still prime. And you can see that there is 2 layers, 2 different lengths of wool in here. There's a little bit of short stuff. And it's kind of handy. I didn't grab it this morning, silly me. But if you have a washcloth and damp it just a little bit, so it's here, you can you don't want to introduce a whole lot of moisture into your wool when you're doing this, but it just gives just enough. Of course, we're in dry country here. Unless it's raining cats and dogs, we constantly fight with moisture. And, oh, it's crazy. This is such beautiful wool. Now, this stuff, I am not going to put in my Simply Soft. What? Do you hear? I don't know if you hear her down there. She's just making a ruckus. Sweetheart, I'm giving you a break. That doesn't mean you can run away. Doesn't. I latched her latch down. That might chill her jets for just a moment. Oh, see, there's really short stuff in there. So this long stuff that we're getting off of her baby coat today will be sold on Etsy. And I'll be transitioning the raw wool that I have from Etsy to my Sinfully Soft website. So over the next month or so, you'll see more stuff migrate from Etsy to Sinfully Soft. Because we used to just have mostly our yarns there, but I'm going to utilize that website. And I've been diving in and learning more. Oh gosh, being a solo entrepreneur or even a part-time hobbyist with this stuff is insanely crazy on the learning curve. Every time I think I have something mastered, it just opens up a whole new door of things that I don't know. Oh, Hope. Yes, I am definitely going to use that buck I got from you. He is just drop down gorgeous. He's just beautiful and sweet. He's not near as fidgety as this Be My Baby. Good Lord. So maybe if they make date night, their personalities will take after Dad. You think? I hope. Because I wouldn't want a barn full of Be My Babies. That's too much for this old lady. Especially when they get bigger, right? And she might calm down after she has babies. Not a whole lot. I don't see her playfulness going away at all. But hopefully she'll temper down a little bit. And she's never been mean. Thank goodness. Those I weed out immediately. Why did I put that in there? I need my little tape measure. And look at this. This is the best darn thing. I say this almost every time. 6-inch ruler. Rebel Rabbit Breeders Club. Scott. I got it for Best of Breed Award. I love it. I have a pink little ruler I actually found I bought at a yarn store. And it's plastic. So if I ever have any questions, oh my gosh, yeah, that's over 3 inches. This stuff here, I think I got it off of her back of her neck. Yeah, 3 inches. Oh, that is good. That might be. I try to put the cut in at the 1 inch. That's just under 3. That'll be seconds. That's okay. So I'm going to put that away. I'm going to leave my ruler out. Yeah, that little chocolate buck of yours, Hope, he's just gorgeous. And that little black girl, she's nothing to shake your head at. Holy cannoli. I was hoping she would have a good coat for West Coast Classic, but I don't know. I haven't done very well by her as far as timing her shearings. Typically, for a big show at West Coast Classic, you want at least a 3-inch coat. Anything under 2 inches is DQ'd, of course. But 4 inches is optimal, according to the SOP. And there's a but if you can keep that nice coat web-free, keep the rabbit eating so it has great flesh condition, and mat-free, top and bottom, sides, everything, an 8-inch coat will most likely get that judge's attention. Will it be best to breed winner? I don't know. It depends on the judge. It depends on the day, the moon cycle, God knows what. But those big, long show coats, I hate to admit it, but they are attention getters. But I always like to remember that the 4-inch coat is optimal. That's your goal. And in reality, it's healthier on the rabbit. Right about 5 inches is the max. See, this is starting to web just a little bit, but it's nice and long, so that's going in my seconds. And this most definitely has different lengths in it. It's a little more obvious. I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff out of my way here. I don't want that. Hey, we never want that, do we? But we get it. I don't know if I can show you. I left this as a close-up. I guess it's working, huh? But if I take just a little bit of wool here, I'll show you. See where this is dark, light, and just a little bit of dark again. At first sight, you might think that's just ring color in that whole staple, but it's not. And I'm going to show you. If I pull this, I need, this is the really short stuff. And this is the really long stuff, and some more short stuff in here. But you can see the length difference on some second cuts. I don't want that in there. So when you're making yarn, especially for your commercial yarn, you always want the same staple length. If you have 4 inches staple length in your Angora and you want to mix in some merino or silk or tinsel, bamboo, God, anything. You can mix anything with this stuff. Anything you want. But you need it to be the same length. You need it to be the same length. It's a few second cuts, not too bad. More prime. Get out of there. Oh, baby is being really sweet now. She's just hunkered down. She's, oh, I can relax now. Little does she know, we're not done with her. She's cleaning her sides. Like, what did she do to me? This is beautiful. I would die to hand spin this stuff. Yep. And I still might. Oh my goodness. And when I get it all sorted, I'll have a pile of prime, seconds, and thirds. I'll measure it, and then I'll put that could have been prime. Oh well. See, that's why I try to put the buckets in the same order every time. Old lady brain, right? You just get in the habit of putting stuff in the right pile. That's one thing with my COD craziness, all that breeding and stuff, there was so much happening. And I was so focused on keeping the rabbits healthy. I sheared before they needed sheared for their health and well-being and mine. I did not sort anything. Well, very, very little I sorted. Most of it went in bags. And it looks like this, just like Hobbit and Godly, just a mixture of everything. We're just going to put that in there. And I didn't take very good notes on who was producing what. And that is so critical. And with my COD, I figured, I wasn't too hard on myself because my main objectives was pretty simple. Color and body. That's what I wanted. Proper color, proper body. And that's it. Wool production pretty much tanked. It wasn't on my radar at all. Obviously, we want that. But that wasn't my priority at that time. Now that I passed the COD, we're getting the fiber back and playing with more colors. Yes. So these multi-links stuff, a lot of this stuff is seconds. Holy cannoli. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Yeah, thirds. And what I'll do with all of these seconds is I'm just going to have a massive dye party. So I'll put it with all that stuff that's dirty prime that I've saved. And I'll blend it with some of my merino or some of my sheep wool that I got out here. And run through the carder. And use it as batting. Yeah. All right, Miss Baby. Guess what? She puts her ears up. No, not again, she says. I said, yes. We won't work on you too long, you guys. Yes. Come here. Hi. Yeah. Well, it's almost 11 o'clock. What I'm going to do, you guys, is attempt to clean her sides up just a little bit. Oh, she's raising her butt. Yes. She's agitated, but maybe in a good way. Is that a good way you're agitated? Now, how can we get over here without you? If I there encourage you to lay down just a little bit. And this bucket is in my way. Some of that shorter stuff that you have made a ruckus of. You did all that. Take some of that second cuts out. You did that. All by yourself. You know what? I only had 4 giants last weekend, and that I took to the show. And believe it or not, she got best of breed, even with her weird haircut. Isn't that weird? Some of the other girls that were showing, they were past their prime. And Dahlia, she's gorgeous. I love her body. Gosh, she has rich, deep color. But her wool structure is just all wrong. It's just all wrong. She's well over a year old, and she just has not grown that under wool in. And at this point, she's not going to. But again, I love her body and that rich color. So if I introduce her to a boy that has the proper wool structure, that's how we do it. Hi. She says, I thought you were just going to do a little bit. She's like, you've done a little bit more than a little bit. You've got some more short pieces there. Yes, I know, sweetheart. Okay, can we do your face? Are you going to let me do your face at all? Or is that just totally off limits? You got more off of that other side, so we're going to do some more over here. Oh, you let me do the little U-turn. Thank you. She's probably thinking I didn't realize you were doing that U-turn. Otherwise, I would have not let you. We don't tell them what we're going to do. We just do it. Oh, and I'm sorting. I told myself and you I wasn't going to sort, huh? Let's just habit. Come here, sweetheart. Oh, this is so beautiful. We're just going to keep going. Okay. Okay. Can I do just... She's like, no. Oh, that's going to be sorted later. And I'm getting some static electricity. And just second cuts in there. But we're not... Oh, look at how dark her body is, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? You have to have a sense of humor with little girls like this. You lose your temper. It's no good. It's no good. So you can't help being so beautiful, can you? She's got a beautiful body. If she ever allows me to pose her. Good lordy, girl. Nice, solid gray color. Holy cannoli. We love that. I know. We might be able to finish up. See. Okay, it's all right. Patience. Patience. That's our mantra for you today. You and me. Patience. Yeah, I'm leaving some ridges on her, but I'm not even going to worry about second cuts until later. I'll fill up my coffee mug, find my favorite podcasts, and come back and finish sorting her wool. I think we're going to get you naked today. I think we're going to do it. You're almost naked. You're almost there. There's so many second cuts in this shearing. Don't do what I'm doing, but man. This is beautiful wool. Just gorgeous. Oh my God, I can't wait to see what your second coat looks like. Yeah, if your babies don't help you wreak havoc with it. Sometimes they do. But we sacrifice a little bit of that for beautiful babies. I don't know if we ever named your chocolate buck, Hope. I'm going to have to look at its pedigree. Okay. Look, there's are you gonna let me do this? I'm holding the skin taut just a little bit. Oh my God, I thought I had it all. There. You look beautiful. Good Lord. Oh, Choco. Yes, he's going to have date night with several of my girls here pretty soon. You don't need to be chewing on my stuff, girlfriend. Nope. You don't want that wool back. It's mine now. Sorry. It's all mine. We're heading into a heat wave here in Roosevelt. Today we're going to get up to 60, I think. I know, it's crazy. It's been windy and wet and yucky, but typical spring. So I haven't really been too anxious on shearing people, but shearing my bunnies. But this week is shearing week. Look, she won't let me pose her. She's awful. She's awful. Don't eat my wool. Don't. No. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to put this back down. Ooh. I got my mic on that side. Be my baby. She's going to say bye for now. She's going to get a bunch of hay in her cage and some treats. And I'll let her be for a few hours. And then we're going to introduce her to Chuckle. Oh, 30 to 40's up there and dumping rain. Holy coly. Hope you can keep that. We don't mind a little bit of that, but we're in dry country. So we're getting ready to do our dry stuff. Don't chew on that. Well, we made it almost to 11. It's only 5 after, so we did good. She's like, her ears are back. She's pissed. Can you tell? All right, guys, it's been fun. One more bunny naked. Yes, it's a good day. I'll see you guys later.